Om Shanti. Good morning. So today's Murli for 14th December 24. The essence is, sweet children, you have the very sharp arrows of Manmanabhav and Madhyaji Bhav. You are able to conquer Maya with these arrows. Question: on what basis do you children receive the Father's help? In what way should you children thank the Father? Answer: to the extent that you children remember the Father with love, to that extent you receive help from the Father. In order to talk to Him with love, keep your connection with Him accurate and continue to follow Srimat, and the Father will then continue to help you. You children should thank the Father and say, Baba, you come from the Supreme Abode and change us from impure to pure. We receive so much happiness from you. We even shed tears out of love for you. So Baba is saying that we receive so much love from Baba. And he comes especially for us. So we should thank Baba with all our heart. But also the only way to receive from Baba is through love. So when I remember Baba with love, I will receive from the Father because there's a relationship. Where there's love, there's the love is because of the relationship. So when I consider God to be my Father, I remember Him with love, not out of force, not out of a daily routine, or not because I'm used to it, or this is the time to do my prayers or remember God. Uh, no, if I'm doing all of this with love, I will receive the return of that love. Om Shanti. Out of everyone, one's mother and father are the most loved, and a mother and father have a lot of love for their children. The father is the one to whom people say, you are the mother and father. No one says this to a physical mother or father. There's definitely this praise, but no one knows to whom it belongs. If people were to know this, they would go there and take many others there too. However, the drama is destined in this way that not everybody will know the Supreme Mother Father. Baba only comes when the drama is coming to an end. Previously, there were only live plays. They were called talkies. When a play is over, all the actors come onto the stage. This drama is also an unlimited, huge play. Everything of the golden age, the silver age, copper age, all of the cycle of the whole world should be in the intellects of you children. It is not that the cycle turns in the supreme region or the subtle region. The world cycle turns here in this world. It's the world cycle. This world cycle or drama cycle is actually the interaction of soul with matter. The soul play a part using the matter of this body in this world cycle. And when they play this part, it's the connection of soul with matter which brings law of karma, which brings something called the law of entropy. So all of this is the result of the interaction of soul with matter. And this is drama. Each one of us playing a part. So Baba says, it is remembered that the incorporeal one is also called the truth. Whose praise is this? Sikh people sing this praise from the Granth, which is their holy book. Guru Nanak spoke this praise. However, Ek Omkar is the praise of only the one incorporeal supreme soul. But those people forgot that it was the Supreme Soul's praise and began to praise Guru Nanak. So the phrase Ekomkar, Akal Murt, Karta Purak, Nirvair, right? The one who is seated on the Akal Murt, the immortal image, the one who is beyond this world, the one who has an immortal image, the one um, who doesn't have any kind of nirvair, meaning no quarrels or no fights with anyone, who is beyond all of this. That's the praise of the one supreme. But then they think that Nanak, uh, the Nanak, Guru Nanak, uh, they think that this praise is for Guru Nanak. So they also believe that Nanak was the Satguru. They believe that Nanak Naam Hove Sach. So they think that the name of, just taking the name of Guru Nanak, is, or singing the praise of Guru Nanak, because Guru Nanak is the true Guru. But actually, Satguru is one, the incorporeal one, the supreme. In fact, all the praise of the whole world belongs to the one alone. No one else should be praised. Just look, if Baba were not to enter Brahma, Brahma would be as worthless as a shell. From shells, you are now becoming worth diamonds through the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul. The world is now impure. It is the night of Brahma. What Baba is saying is that the soul would be worth nothing. Even Brahma, the name Brahma is because Shiv Baba gave the name Brahma. Before that, he was Dada Lekraj, who was a diamond merchant, who lived in this world, who, was busy doing his business, taking care of his worldly responsibilities and all of that. What was that life all about? That life was worth shells, meaning the life had no purpose. But here, when God comes, uses him as the chariot, renames him to Brahma, now the life has a purpose. Baba gave purpose to that life. The world is now impure. When the Father comes into impure world and souls recognize him, they surrender themselves to him. Nowadays, even children are very troublesome. The deities were very good. By taking rebirth, they gradually became Tamopradhan. Sannyasis too used to be very good. They used to help Bharat with their purity. If there had been no purity in Bharat, it would have burnt away on the pyre of lust. It's because of the purity of the sannyasis that the overall equation is still kind of balanced. Otherwise, Baba is saying because of the lust, the whole Bharat would be just burnt. There's no sword of lust in golden age. Everyone in this iron age is sitting on the thorns of the pyre of lust. This wouldn't be said of golden age. This poison doesn't exist there. It is said, why should you give up nectar and drink poison instead? People who indulge in vice are called impure. Nowadays, people give birth to 10 or even 12 children. There's no control. In the golden age, when a baby is to be born, they have a vision of the child in advance. Whilst the soul is still in his old body, he has a vision of the baby he is going to become after leaving his body, because the purity of the soul is still there. But before the soul leaves that body, the soul would get a vision that this is where I'm going next. A couple only have one son, no more, according to the law there. The population definitely grows, but there's no vice there. Many people ask you how children will be born there. Tell them that there everything happens with the power of yoga. You attain the kingdom of the world with the power of yoga. Not that the deities would be doing any meditation or having any yoga over there, but it's the accumulated yoga power that we have at this time, that we carry that power with us to golden age. And it's a thought. So the couple there would create a thought, and the mother will conceive. So Baba says you cannot attain the kingdom of the world with physical power. Baba has said that if the Christians were to unite, they could govern the whole world. However, the law doesn't allow them to unite. When those two cats fight w- with one another, you children receive the butter. You know the story, right? Two cats fighting, and then the monkey in the middle, right? He says, he gets the butter. That this one is more. Oh, let me taste this. Oh, this one is more. The cats keep fighting for the butter, but then the monkey ends up getting the butter. So Baba says that the two superpowers will fight for the butter, which is to rule the world. But here we will get the kingdom. So Krishna is shown with butter in his mouth. So here butter means the kingdom of the world. The butter they show represents the kingdom of the world. The unlimited Father says that it is the battle with the power of yoga that has been remembered in the scriptures. It is not a physical power. Wars of physical violence are spoken of in the scriptures. You have no connection with that. There isn't a war between the Pandavas and the Kauravas. All of those many religions existed 5,000 years ago as well. All of those religions fought one another and destroyed themselves. You Pandavas established the deity religion. It was through this power of yoga that you attained the kingdom of the world. You are now becoming conquerors of Maya and conquerors of the world. Maya, Ravan, does not exist in Golden Age. You will not make any effigies of Ravan there and burn them. All sorts of images are made now. There can be no such demons or devils. They do not even understand that both men and women have five vices. So Ravan is symbolic for five vices in men, five in women. They put them together and make an effigy of Ravan with 10 heads. They also portray Vishnu with four arms. People do not understand this common aspect. Vishnu again is symbol for Lakshmi and Narayan combined. That's why two arms of Narayan, two of Lakshmi, four arms. They make a huge effigy of Ravan and burn that. The unlimited Father is explaining these things to you, most beloved children. A father always loves his children number wise. Some are most beloved and some are less loved. The dearer a child is to someone, the more loved he would be. Here too, those who are present on service and are merciful are loved. People on the path of devotion ask for mercy. They say, God, please have mercy on me. However, no one knows the drama. Baba's program is fixed for him to come when they have become totally impure. It is not that God can do whatever he wants or that he can come whenever he wants. If he had such power, why has he been defamed so much? And why was he sent into exile, which is the story of Ramayana? Why was Ram sent to exile? If Ram was God, huh, why would he be sent to exile? These are very incognito matters. Krishna cannot be defamed. It is said God wouldn't do those things. However, destruction definitely has to take place. So it is not a question of saving anyone. Hmm? So what Baba is telling us that we have to understand that all of this is drama. It's a play happening. Each character in the play. So Krishna has a part. Krishna is in golden age. In golden age, Krishna doesn't steal clothes or steal butter and trouble people or break their uh, their earthen pots for butter and all of those things. No, Krishna is not very mischievous in golden age. In the same way, Ram is in silver age. So the story of Ramayan, where Ram marries Sita and then he's sent to exile for 14 years, and then Ravan kidnaps Sita, all of that doesn't happen in silver age. Hmm? So Baba says that Krishna, Ram, they are in golden and silver ages. So they don't go through what is mentioned in the stories. So Baba says And then again, destruction has to happen because now the world is an iron age. Everyone is totally degraded. So destruction has to happen. So it's not that God save everyone from or save this world from destruction. No, destruction has to happen. Again, it's a drama. So what is God's role in this drama? God's role is to come and give everybody this knowledge, tell them how they can become pure by connecting to Him. His role is to purify. That is His role. His role is not to interfere in the drama and stop this drama from moving ahead or stop Golden Age from coming or stop destruction of Iron Age. He doesn't do all of this. So everyone has to be taken back home. Establishment and destruction are inspired. And so there must definitely be God, must there not? The Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, carries out establishment. Of what? He establishes the Golden Age. You should ask people the main question, who is God of the Gita? The whole world is confused about this. They have put a human being's name in the scripture. They have put Krishna's name. So Baba says Krishna is a human being, a deity. So he cannot give this knowledge of Gita. So no one but God can establish the original eternal deity religion. So how can they say that Sri Krishna is God of the Gita? Who has the task of destruction and establishment? By forgetting who the God of the Gita is, they have ruined the Gita. This is their greatest mistake. Then, secondly, at the Jagannath Puri, they have made statues of the deities portrayed in dirty postures. And they have shown that deities went on path of sin, and they have carved images of showcasing all of that. The government has forbidden the keeping of dirty pictures. Therefore, explain this to them. These things about the temples do not enter anyone's intellect. People say, when they look at these portraits of deities going on sin, and they, say that, oh, even the deities use lust. So we are human beings. huh? Why can't we use lust? So they justify by with those pictures. So look how you children write a letter with your promise. Some of you write it in blood. There's a story of how Draupadi tore off a piece of her sari and bandaged Sri Krishna's bleeding wound. So there's a story in the scripture that Krishna had used the chakra, and because of the chakra spinning, he got a little cut and he started bleeding. So Draupadi saw that, and immediately she tore the her sari and she put it on the wound for Sri Krishna. And Krishna told her that, what you did today, I will return. I will give you the return of every thread of this piece of sari. And then, it is later shown or written in the scriptures that when the Kauravas were trying to strip Draupadi of her sari, when she started remembering Krishna, they were like sari is just coming hmm, to to save her uh, to save her image, to not let her strip. So that is the return. So what God is saying here is that this is a symbol of love that Draupadi showed towards Krishna. So when we show love towards God, when we sacrifice, not sacrifice meaning giving our life, but when we surrender our life to God, He will make sure that He's protecting us, He's saving us. He will never let us get stripped of anything. So Baba says that this is a symbol of her love. Your love is for Shiv Baba. This one Brahma can bleed. He can feel pain, but Shiv Baba cannot feel pain because he doesn't have a body of his own. If Sri Krishna had been wounded, he would have felt pain. And so, how could you call him God? So, God is beyond any kind of pain or suffering or wounds or blood bleeding or anything. Baba says, I am beyond happiness and sorrow. Yes, I do come and make you children constantly happy. It is said that Shiv is constant. They say that Shiv is the one who gives constant happiness. I love my sweetest, long lost, and now found worthy children who imbibe this knowledge and remain pure, those who remain truly enlightened and yogi. A physical father would also have some good children and some bad children. Some turn out to be very bad and thereby defame their family name. They become dirty. The same thing happens here. They become amazed. They come here and belong to Baba. They listen to this knowledge. They give this knowledge to others. And then they divorce Baba. This is why you are asked to write a letter of your faith. This letter will then be presented to you. Some of you even write it with your blood. You make a promise writing it in blood. Hmm? But those children have also left Baba. So nowadays, people are made to take the oath, but that is a false oath. To believe that God is present everywhere means to take the oath with the consciousness that I am God and you are God. So in India, especially when people take oath, they place their hand on the Gita and they say that uh, I take this oath in presence of God that God is everywhere. uh, and I take this oath that I will only speak the truth. So Baba says that the oath that they are taking is all false because God is not everywhere. God is not in you, not in me. So the Father says, you now understand how the Father can be present everywhere in a practical way. Baba sees through the windows of these eyes. So Shiv Baba sees through the windows of the eyes of Brahma. This is a foreign body taken on loan. Baba is the tenant making use of this house. Similarly, Baba says, I make use of this body. Baba looks at you through these windows. He's present here and looking at you. A soul would definitely have to work through his organs. I have entered this one, and so I would definitely speak. I would certainly have to pay rent for the use of these organs. You children are now changing hell into heaven. You are the ones who have to awaken everyone. You are those who give everyone light. Everyone else is sleeping in the sleep of Kumbhkarna. You mothers awaken them. You must make them into masters of heaven. The majority of you here are mothers. This is why it is said salutations to the mothers. You are the ones who shot the arrows at Bhisham Pitamay, etc. The arrows of Manmanabhav and Madhyaji Bhav are very easy to shoot. So Baba is saying that remind everyone of Manmanabhav, remembering God, and Madhyaji Bhav, remember your aim and objective. It is with these arrows that you are become able to conquer Maya. You have to remember the one Father and follow the Srimad of that one. The Father teaches you such elevated actions that you will not have to repent for your actions for 21 births. You are becoming ever healthy and ever wealthy. You have become the masters of the world many times. You attained your kingdom and then lost it again. You jewels of the Brahmin clan play the parts of heroes and heroines. You children play the most elevated parts in the drama. Therefore, you should have a lot of love for the Father who makes you so elevated. Baba, you performed such a miracle. I never had the slightest thought that I was Narayan. Baba says you children were like Lakshmi and Narayan and the deities. Then, whilst taking rebirth, you changed into devils. Now make effort and claim your inheritance. So, devils means those who have devilish traits, those who perform actions under influence of the vices. It is said the more effort one makes, the more visions one receives. Only the one Father taught you this Rajyog. You can now teach this true and easy Rajyog to others. Your duty is to give everyone the Father's introduction. Everyone is now orphaned. Out of multi-millions, only the few who understood these things in the previous cycle will understand. Baba has said that if you want to see the greatest fools in the world, you can see them here. They are those who divorce the father, the one who would have given them the inheritance for 21 births. But this is also fixed in the drama. Baba says that such souls who receive their inheritance from the father, and when they divorce the father, you can call them only foolish. You are now children of God Himself. Then you will take birth as children of deities, the warriors, the merchants, and then the Shudras. You have now changed from devil's children into God's children. The Father comes from the supreme abode to change you from impure to pure. You should thank Him so much. People on the path of devotion also thank Him so much. They wouldn't thank Him when they are unhappy. You are now being given so much happiness. Therefore, you should love Him so much. If you make a connection with the Father and speak to Him with love, why would He not listen? You should wake up during the night and talk to Baba. This Baba continues to share his experiences. I remember Baba a great deal. There are even tears of love whilst in remembrance of Baba. What was I, and what has Baba made me? The same applies to you too. You are now becoming like that. Baba also helps those who stay in yoga. Your eyes will open automatically. Your bed will shake. Baba wakes many up in this way to wake up for Amrit Vela at 4 in the morning to wake up and remember Baba. Many children would share their experience that they just get up automatically even before the alarm. Hmm? So the unlimited Father has so much mercy. When Baba asks you why you have come here, you reply, Baba, I have come to be taught how to become worthy of marrying Sri Narayan in the future. Or I have to pass this examination to be able to marry Lakshmi. This is such a wonderful school. These are such wonderful matters. This is the greatest university. However, the government doesn't allow you to use the name Godly University. One day, they will definitely accept this. People will continue to come. They will say that this certainly is a very big university. Baba sits you in his eyes and teaches you. He says that he will also take you to heaven. So if you talk like this to Baba a lot, Baba will give you a lot of help. He will open the locks on those whose throats are choking. That means who cannot speak this knowledge. By having remembrance at night, you will experience a lot of pleasure. Baba tells you his experience and tells you how he talks to Baba in the morning hours of nectar. So now Brahma Baba is sharing that how hmm, he talks to Shiv Baba in the morning hours. The father says, to you children, be cautious. Do not defame the name of this clan. Do not take back the 5 vices you have donated to him. Acha, to the sweetest beloved, long lost and now found children, love, remembrance, and good morning from the mother, the father, Bap Dada. The spiritual father says Namaste to the spiritual children, and the spiritual children say Namaste to the spiritual father. Essence for Dharna. In order to be loved by the Father, be merciful and remain present on service. In order to be loved by the Father, become merciful and remain present on service. Be worthy and obedient and thereby become a true Jnani and Yogi soul. Wake up early in the morning, the hours which is called Amrit Vela, the hour of nectar, and have a sweet conversation with the Father. You must give thanks to the Father. In order to experience the Father's help, remember the most beloved Father with a lot of love. Today's blessing. May you have the eternal fortune of happiness. May you have the eternal fortune of happiness by having constant zeal and enthusiasm and by singing songs of happiness in your mind. May you have the eternal fortune of happiness by having constant zeal and enthusiasm and by singing songs of happiness in your mind. You children who have the fortune of happiness receive the imperishable success. by using eternal methods. Wah wah. Songs of happiness constantly emerge in your minds. Wah Baba, Wah fortune, Wah sweet family, Wah the beautiful time of the elevated confluence age. Each action is Wah Wah. And so you have the eternal fortune of happiness. The question, why me, can never enter your minds. Instead of why, you say Wah Wah. And instead of I, you say Baba Baba. So Wah Wah. And instead of I, you say Baba Baba. Slogan. Put this imperishable government stamp on whatever thoughts you have, and you will stay strong. Put this stamp, imperishable stamp, on whatever thoughts you have, and you will stay strong. It means creating determined thought that I will transform. Many times we create thoughts and we don't follow up with those thoughts, right? So we create all these resolutions and we never follow up with those resolutions. So Baba is saying, stamp them with the stamp of determination and you will stay strong. Sure? Om Shanti. So today, Baba is giving us the method of how to have an exchange of love with God, having this sweet conversation of love with the Father. And Baba says that I am there. If you remember last week, Baba said that, remember Baba's canopy above you, and Baba will help you. Baba will take responsibility for your actions. But if I don't remember Baba, then how will Baba take responsibility for my actions? Right? So having these conversations with God, what conversation am I having with myself? What am I telling myself all day? How am I talking to God? How do I get up for Amrit Vela? Is it with just a routine? Do I wake up feeling this enthusiasm? Do I feel love for Baba at that time of Amrit Vela? Or do I just wake up because, oh, it's Amrit Vela and I have to wake up? Right? What kind of a conversation do I have with Baba at Amrit Vela? How do I spend my time at Amrit Vela? What kind of thoughts do I create at Amrit Vela? So Baba's reminding us of our elevated fortune, what we are becoming, having conversation with Baba, telling myself that wow, my fortune, I found God. How can I surrender myself? How can I surrender my life to God? How can I incorporate more and more of God's Srimad in my life? These are the conversations that we should have with ourselves. So let's take a moment to remember Baba. I go within and I stabilize myself in the self-respect of living the most elevated Brahmin life at this confluence age. This confluence age is the time in the cycle where God comes to teach me, to guide me, to shower His love upon me, to purify me. He opens the lock on my intellect and helps me to see right from wrong. He empowers me through His words, shows me the path, to become Sato Pradhan, to become a deity, to become worthy. I remind myself of my elevated fortune. Wow, my fortune. And I will receive this fortune every cycle. Let me experience happiness today by remembering my fortune, by saying Wah, 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 Baba, Wah, drama, Wah, my fortune, Wah, godly family, Wah, this life, Wah, my part. I accept everything and everyone in this drama. Om Shanti, Om Shanti. So have a wonderful day singing songs of Wah, Wah with Baba. Om Shanti. See you tomorrow.